This is the Kenya Centers of Academicians and Diverse-Oriented Research digital television program live from Moi Girls Kapsowar National School.
On the beauteous land of Marakwet,
there shines a school that we treasure, Kapsowar girls. Aspire to excel. Our teachers are committed, our students are self-driven. Honest our virtue and teamwork our strength. We pray to God as we strive to excel. Kapsowar girls is a school that we love. In academics, yes we do excel. In sports and arts, yes. We are the champions, we are nurtured to always be dependable. Our values and attitudes are always positive. Our dreams are valid in this island of hope. Our future is secured in the knowledge that we harness. We pray to God as we strive to excel. Kapsowar girls is the school that we love.
Welcome viewers, my name is Kian Wilfred, the Regional Consultant of the Kenya Centers of Academicians and Diverse-Oriented Research, Kcador, where we invest in the brains. Today we are live at Moi Kapsowar Girls High School, a school located in Elgeyo Marakwet County. Actually, the only national school in the Marakwet region. We are happy to be here, a very beautiful school as you can see. And today we are discussing a very important topic, and the question of the day is the effects of noise making in schools, or actually the effects of noise making in a school. The reading culture problem has been a challenge for many schools, and 80% of the schools suffer from this challenge. That is the question of master of content. Every school is struggling to help learners master content. And it's about master of content. The question of today, noise making, is an issue that is affecting content mastery. And 80% of students around the country suffer from this problem. I should say that every time we record learners not doing well in a particular school, it is because of challenges such as noise making. Noise making is an issue in many schools, as recorded by the research conducted recently, saying that 80% of schools are having this challenge. We are discussing it today. We are having the teachers from Moi Girls Kapsowar. We also have the students who will participate to tell us whether this program is real. Today we are here, and we want to listen to the students and even the teachers. Before we go further, I would want to invite our official moderator of today to begin the introductions and maybe allow our teachers who are here to mention their names. Thank you so much, and I want now to invite Philemon Bet. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. for that. We are here to solve a very critical thing, and before we do that, there is something that we want to do, and that is the introduction. From my far left, Madam Principal, kindly introduce yourself.
Senior Principal, Madam Choan Cho. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Kindly, sir, introduce yourself.
Thank you, Kcador. I'm Mr. Paul Sam Rotich, Senior Teacher, Moi Kapsowar Girls. Welcome to Moi Kapsowar Girls.
My name is Mediatrix Anyika, a teacher of English, French, and also HOD English.
My name is Kemboy Koskei Oliver, a teacher of History and CRE, HOD Humanities. Thank you. Welcome.
Kisang Maiko, Director of Studies, Teacher of Maths. Welcome.
Thank you very much, teachers and then Senior Principal, for that introduction. And now to the real topic of the day. And my first questions will go to Mr. Kieng to give us to state the problem that we have. Remember, the topic that we're discussing today is about the effect of noise making in a school. school, right? It is the effect of noise making in where? In a school. Thank you very much. Dr. Kieng, kindly take us through.
Thank you
the
so
program.
much, Mr. Betch. As I said earlier, that noise making is an issue affecting around 80% of our schools. This has been a challenge which has affected performance. There are so many students who have asked questions like, I study so hard, yet I fail to master content. There are students who have asked the questions like, I study, but when the exam comes, I have forgotten everything. There are students who even don't understand why they study so hard, yet they fail to master content. I believe that there are students, even among our students here, who believe that they have done their best. They have set their goals at the beginning of the year. They go to class, study, ask questions, participate in all revision programs, and at the end of the year, their hard work and the results is not directly proportional. The question whether our results is directly proportional to what we do has always been an issue because many students believe that they have done their best. Some students have complained that their studies is affected by other learners even in the class. They want to study, they want to concentrate, but the problem is there are other learners in the class who make noise. Noise making is the issue here we are discussing today, and I believe that answers at the end of this program, the solution will be arrived at. And noise making, especially in our school, will be a forgotten thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kieng, for that introduction and telling us exactly the problem as it is. Now, I just want to direct our first question to the representative from all the classes across, the Form 1, the Form 2, the Form 3s, and the Form 4s. And I want a reaction from each one of you based on my question. From what we've been told about the noise making, is this problem real in our classes? To begin with, a representative from Form 4 class, kindly. Is this problem real? Is it happening here? Yes, that is what we want to get. Thank you very much, and tell us your name.
Good evening. Thank you, Kcador. And for the effect of noise making, I think the problem is real in the school. And today we are here to discuss the effects and more so we discuss the remedies on how to reduce noise in our school. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think that mic is not working properly. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Form 3, rather. Form 3. Let me get a reaction from a Form 3 representative. Thank you very much. Pass the mic on. And remember to mention your name kindly.
Good evening. My name is Lynette, and the noise making is real in our school.
Thank you. All right. Noise making is real in our school. Thank you very much. Can I get a reaction from a Form 2? Are the Form 1 getting ready to do that?
My name is Karen Jepto. I'm from Form 2 West. I think noise making in class is probably, it's there, it's real.
Okay, let's hear from the Form 1s. A Form 1 representative, kindly.
Good evening. My name is Chantal Marie. I think that noise making is real, but it can be eradicated.
Okay, thank you. A round of applause for that. Now, we've heard from the students. Let me also get the reaction from the teachers. And I want to really ask Mr. Paul Rotich to tell us whether this problem is real in schools.
Yeah, thank you, Kcador. Noise is actually real in our school and in many other schools in our country. And noise is really destructive. It affects learning. People don't read against noise, and if you learn against noise, you'll not concentrate and you'll not grasp anything. But at times there are some noise which are useful, like during discussions in class, during collaborative learning, noise is at times accepted. But noise that is just there aimlessly is not good noise. But at times you have some useful noise, during discussion times. Thank you.
We have a confirmation that we have a problem, a real problem of noise making, right? We can all agree on that. And therefore, my second question will also go to the students and react on this. Now, my question is, why are you guys making noise? Why are students making noise, rather? Right? We need to get that reaction, why students do make noise in class. We just confirmed that. You told that we have that problem. Now, let me get a Form 1 reacting on the same.
My name is Faith Chebet. I've been from 1 East. I think the reason why people are making noise, it's because maybe you are not organized and you are just idle, not knowing what to do. And I think there is a solution to this, because you must be organized, you must have a timetable, so that you'll be following it and not making noise. Thank you. Be blessed.
Thank you very much. A round of applause. Thank you very much for that. Now, a reaction from a representative from Form 2 class. A Form 2 class.
My name is Joy from Form 2 Central, and one of the reasons why students make noise in class is slow settling in class. So I think the best way to eradicate this is by settling very fast in our classes.
Thank you. There are a lot of reasons why students in class make noise. One of the reasons is overexcitement. You know, once we're getting down from the meals or after a break, students tend to be too excited when they get in class. So that's one of the reasons why there's a lot of noise making in a school. So the solution to this problem could be students should reduce their excitement and settle quickly in class. Thank you.
Good evening. Brenda Wairimu from 4 North. So I think one of the cause of noise is that in our classes we have those students who like seeking attention, to be noticed that they are there. So they will make a joke and the whole class will laugh, and then we will prolong that joke, and that will cause noise in class.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me, to be fair, let me allow Madam Anyika to say something and tell us. Students make noise in classes. Probably you should know something about this. Why do students make noise in classes? Thank you.
Thank you. Most of the noise from these students is just that they want to tell stories. Instead of reading, you want to take your time to discuss issues that are not even academic oriented. Maybe you have come from a break and there's something that has happened there, so you want to come and talk about it in class. Or you have just come from home, you want to tell stories about home instead of reading. Some of you just have a poor reading culture. You cannot just settle down and do academic work, so you prefer to make noise and disturb those ones who want to do it. And others, you are also negative. You feel that those ones who are reading, maybe they are nerds. So you want to say, let us see where you will go with your reading. So you just want to disturb them for no reason at all. I think those are some of the reasons why people make noise in class.
Thank you very much for that reaction, Madam. And now let me turn to Mr. Kieng to tell us, what do you think the reason why students make noise in class?
Thank you so much, Mr. Bet. I believe most of the answers that have been given, all of them that have been given by the students are right, and even Madam here. Research that was conducted 3 years ago showed that the students who make noise, the top class that is leading in making noise in the school is the class that have majority of their learners as audio learners. We always have the types of learners, the audio, visual, tactile, analytic, and global. And the research shows that the class that has more audio learners is the class that is leading in making noise. Because audio learners love to speak and they want to talk. They would wish to express themselves. And every time they get out, they come in, they will begin making noise, just like one of our students has said. But of course, that should not be a reason why one will make noise. The most important, the biggest reason why students make noise, according to me, is the lack of desire to learn. The lack of desire to learn. That this student has nothing else to do. This student has no plan. They go to class and they feel that the only thing they can do is to speak to someone else and make unnecessary noise. Remember, noise in this case is not just speaking. There are so many ways of making noise. You can make noise by movement. You can make noise, even in your table as you arrange your things. You can run around the class. There are so many ways of, it's not just by making noise by talking or speaking to someone else. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that reaction, and that will now pave way for the next questions. What are the effects of noise making in class?
For me, I think if noise leads to poor performance, because when there is noise, a student will not concentrate. Thus, one will not gain that content, and once the exam comes, you will not remember anything, so poor performance.
Okay. Good evening. I'm Kimeli from Form 4 East, and I think the effect of making noise is distracting other students. Basically, when someone makes noise in class, somebody somewhere will get a hard time getting the content and making the person distracted and off class. Now she gets a mind off class.
I'm Charlene Cheruta from Form 3 East, and I see that the main effect of noise making in our classes, it leads to distraction of other students' concentration. Thank you.
I'm Ivy from Form 3 South, and I think some of the effects of making noise is that when somebody is distracted from reading, he or she will find it that it is of no use reading anymore, and hence she will go ahead and sleep. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A round of applause, kindly. Now, Form 2.
My name is Wendy Christine from Form 2 North. So I think the main effect of noise making, it leads to a lot of wastage of time. If you are busy talking with your deskmate, your friend, or somebody's in front giving like a silly issue which doesn't even concern the other pupils, you waste a lot of time. Like that time you could have used in reading something, getting something you didn't even understand what the teacher was teaching.
I'm Aurelia Joy Shifra from Form 2 South. I think the main effect of noise making is forgetfulness of the content, because the more you talk, let's say you are reading, then you started making noise, you will forget what you are reading. Let's say you are busy trying to talk about or to memorize something, then you start talking, you'll forget some of it. So I think it's forgetfulness of the content.
Thank you very much. Now, our youngest class, the Form 1s.
Once more. I think the effect is it causes regrets, because when it comes to exams, you'll just be saying, I wish I had read, because you are making noise. You don't have any content, right? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very interesting, very interesting. We are learning a lot, and that is wonderful. To this other side, to the teachers.
Okay, fine. Now, amongst the major effects of this noise making in class is that it ends in wasting of time. How is this time wasted? The class prefect will take a lot of time telling the rest of you, please, can you stop making noise? Sometimes, some of us are very funny. You also stand and tell the class prefect to stop making noise. And so, as you do that, you are pulling each other, one side after the other, time wasting. Thank you.
Reaction from Mr. Michael Kisang, also on the same, and tell us his observation on the same.
Thank you very much. One of the effects of making noise may lead to indiscipline cases where you will be taken for discipline and you will be distracted. You will not have very easy time during the day when you are on punishment, and this will lead to you missing class when you are on discipline or you are on punishment, and you will waste a lot and you may not gain in your learning, leading to poor performance. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A round of applause. Thank you very much. And now, let me go to the next question. And that question is, how can students solve the problem of noise making? It is now the solution. How can you solve the problem?
We can solve the problem of noise making by having a plan. So when you have a plan, you know what you're supposed to do, and you know by what time you're supposed to have completed whatever is in your plan. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, my point is that when the solution of making noise during discussion, especially, there are these kind of students that when they discuss, they like arguing, and that arguing makes noise. So I guess when you're discussing, you should try to bring yourself to a point of an agreement. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A round of applause. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Esther Karanja, and my solution, I think, we should know what brought us to school, and we should always know the purpose of being here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm Charlene, and I see that one solution is that students should avoid idleness and concentrate on what brought them to school. Thank you.
I'm Lisa, and I think the solution will be where at the beginning of the term, everyone should come, we set our goals so that when you sit down in class, you know that you have a goal which you have to achieve by the end of the term. Thank you.
As for me, I would suggest that the solution to noise making, that those students who make noise in class to be sent outside together with their lockers and everything. They go and make noise from there.
Thank you very much. That is an interesting one, right? It is very interesting, and I think that is the way to go. Okay, thank you. Let me now get the reaction from the teachers and give some proposal on how to solve the noise making in class.
Okay, thank you. Number one, I would propose that you have a desire to learn. Once you have a desire to learn, then you will never desire to make noise. Number two, set targets for every subject. You'll be busy working on your target. You'll not have time to make noise. And then finally, the only attention you should be seeking is that one of being known as an excellent performer. No other attention should be focused on you as a student. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mandanyika. Let me get the reaction now from the Mr. Paul.
Thank you, Kcador. Now that you have known that noise is bad and noise can cause some distraction, so it is better to have a policy in class that we need to have a class that is void of noise. Because when we continue making noise in class, we will not concentrate, and failure to concentrate meaning that we're not going to perform well in our academia. So we need to have a policy that noise should not be there at all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kcador team. One of the ways is to have a plan. You plan for all your available time, such that you don't have a free time. You have an activity. You have an objective for that activity that you are going to achieve at the end of the planned time. And as also it has been said, each house, each class must have rules, and one of them is we should not have noise at all, because we have objectives that we want to achieve. You have a plan as a person, you have a personal timetable. Then one of the rules, house rules, is we should not have noise among other rules that you're going to set. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Oliver, kindly.
Okay. It is all
to do with having a mission and a vision. If one has a mission or one has a vision and a mission, you will get to know that the time you have in school is very short. And as a result of that, you will always dedicate your time not to make noise, but to do what you were sent to come and do in school. Number two, I want you to remember one thing. After finishing school, will you be this lady who is going to ask herself, what made me to make noise in school? Why was I making noise? Is noise one thing that should make you fail and forget going to the university? Should this noise close the two gates of the university? Ask yourself that question. Then after that, you say no. Then you begin to sit down and do something. Thank you.
The following question now goes to Mr. Kiang, and to explain more. And the question goes, what is the place of noise making in study method and learning style? Daktari, from Kcador, to tell us exactly the position of noise making when it comes to learning style and study method. Karibu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Bet. I would say that the main reason why most students fail to master content is because they lack methods. They lack the appropriate study methods that will enable them read, understand, and present when it is required. I have said many times that an exam is a test that finds out whether you succeeded in moving information from the textbook to your head. Or moving the information in the textbook to your head, or in moving the information from a teacher's mind, transferring it to your head, to your mind. And at the end of the process, we are going to be asked questions. The main reason why students are in school is because they are there to learn, master content, and produce it at the end of the year or at the end of 4 years. And so, if they have no content, they will not do well in the exam. We find out the students who have mastered content so that they can join the university. We find out students that have mastered content in the university so that they can become doctors, so that they become teachers, so that they become engineers. We want to find out how much content they have mastered. The issue of noise making here is affecting us mastering content. And if we cannot master content, then it means we are failing. And our objective in school will not be attained. No teacher is happy when the learner has not mastered content, because the mission of the teacher in the school is to help the learner master content. Now, the question is, what are these things that make the learner not to master content? One is noise making. In the study methods and learning styles, one very important thing for you to do very well, you need to study, concentrate, you need to focus. We have said follow one course until successful. F meaning follow, or one, then C course, until successful. Those who make noise will not focus and will make other students in the class never to focus. And if no one is focusing on what they are doing, then definitely all of us are going to fail. Now, another thing in the study methods, or for example, the Socratic method, there is need for our student to concentrate and meditate. Meditation is key in any study method. When you are studying, you are supposed to meditate. As we say, we talk about the 50 minutes miracle, where we study for 50 minutes. The first 30 minutes, you study to master content. The next 10 minutes, you stop, close the book and everything, and just be silent for 10 minutes. As you meditate upon what you read, in the next 5 minutes, you peruse through the work to find out what you have mastered, and you find out whether what is in your mind and what is in the textbook do agree, whether it is the truth. Because sometimes you realize students are so happy after an exam, feeling that they have answered the questions very well and they do well in the exam, just to realize that they got nothing. They think they have given the right answer, yet what they are presented is erroneous information. Why does this happen? Why is this happening? It is because the student, while they were studying, they did not focus, they did not concentrate. the information that that was received, that was, perceived is an erroneous information. We've had this during the Socratic conferences where we see learners presenting, giving information that is not correct. Thanks to our teachers who participate in these conferences so that we correct the students early enough so that they will not make errors during the exam. Now, as you ask the question, where is the place of, what is it that we need to learn? Noise making is an issue and students must avoid noise because noise making affects you and the other person in the class. I would say this by categorizing people into 4 groups. And this is a lesson I want each one of us to learn. There is a book entitled The Basic Laws of Human Stupidity. The Basic Laws of Human Stupidity. And here we are talking about 4 types of people. And I want you to choose what type of a person or a student you want to be. Now, the first kind of a person is the intelligent person. Or I would say the intelligent student. An intelligent student is that person who does things that make someone else succeed as they succeed themselves. You do something that makes another person succeed or benefit, and also as you benefit yourself. The next type of person is what we call helpers. An helper person, an helper student, is that person whose actions bring happiness and joy to other people while they lose themselves. You help other people succeed while yourself, you are not gaining anything. There is a third category of people, and they are called the bandits. A bandit is a person whose actions bring success to themselves and loss and harm to other people. So if you are this kind of a person whose actions bring success to yourself and failure to someone else, then you are a bandit. Actually, bandits are not the cats or Lazarus alone. We have so many bandits around. Even the student who steals property from another person is a bandit. The last category of people are the stupid people or the stupid person. A stupid person is that person whose actions bring loss, harm to other people, and even loss to themselves. Harm to him or to her and to other people. The noise makers belong to the last category, the stupid people, because the noise they are making is not helping them and is not helping someone else. What is the value of silence? It's related to what we just talked about. What is the value of silence in academic excellence? Silence is one important point.
The value of silence in class or in a school environment. One, it creates peace of mind. When there is quietness in a school or in a class, there is a peace of mind that is generated for all the students. This cut across. So that is one. 2, we are able to create a conducive environment for learning. When there is a lot of silence, there is a good and encouraging environment for learning because everyone will be concentrating. Number 3, good reading habits is born. Right? Yes. A good reading habit is born. And therefore, you begin now embracing learning on a daily basis because the environment has been created and you have peace of mind. Now, gradually again, when you have good reading habits, then excellent mastery of content is assured. Because when the class is silent, students are able to read between the lines. Students have time to meditate, just like what Dr. was telling us here. You're able to sit back, lean back, and begin to meditate and think exactly what I've just learned. You try to meditate and picture and create that environment for you to understand. Are you getting that? Another thing, once you have master content, there is something that happens. good memory during examination. You'll have a good memory during when? Examinations. Why? You read, you understood, and at that time, you had total peace of mind. You meditated, you ask yourself questions because the environment is favorable for you to read and master content, and therefore when it comes to examination, you have a good memory. You're likely to do very well because you can now download whatever you have in your mind because you store it very well during a conducive environment. And once that is done, then we are now achieving what we call a success culture is established. When you begin doing all those steps, now you begin having what we call success culture. You establish a success culture because you begin passing exams and you begin appreciating the success. And for you to continue enjoying the success, then you'll keep on reading more and more, right? Then it means the noise will disappear, right? Because now you're beginning to enjoy the fruits of your hard work. Finally, when we have that success culture, there is something that will happen. We have what we call guaranteed of good performance. We are guaranteed of success because we have a reading culture or a success culture. And in totality, when you put all those together, we have a holistic child. We have a holistic students. We have somebody we can depend on. And that is my take on that question.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bett, for that. And I'm just curious to find out why some students in some schools, few schools, not many, I don't know whether it happens in this school, but in few schools, we find that some students sleep in preps. They sleep in preps. And I wonder why some of these students sleep in prep. And I want this to be open for any student who just wishes to answer the question.
Hi, everyone. The reason is that when you eat a lot of food, you'll get tired and you will sleep in class.
And my take as to why students sleep in class is because they lack what to do during that time, or they are not occupied and self-organized. Thank you.
I think the main cause of sleep in class, or generally sleep, let's say for example, our normal time of sleep is at night, isn't it? So what causes you to sleep maybe in the middle of the day? The first reason is not taking too much water. I've concluded that most students don't take plenty of water. Okay, so a remedy I can propose to you is, okay, I can tell you, please take plenty of water and avoid taking maybe biscuits. The biscuits will cause your strength, the strength you have in your body, the strength that your cells have formed. It will cause your strength to focus on digesting the biscuits, and you'll not be able to get the content. Thank you.
That is from medical point of view.
My name is Lauren from One South, and I think why people sleep during prep time is lack of enough sleep. This is due to when people go to dormitories, you like making stories, wasting a lot of time. You want to visit every dorm, you want to see your friends, maybe tell them good night. That's why you come during morning preps, you start sleeping because you slept at 12 at night. That's the reason.
I'm Janet from 2 West, and I think why people sleep in class is because they're tired of making noise.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joyce, and I'll say what makes people sleep in class is because they lack nothing to do. You know, when you don't have a schedule, you don't have a timetable, one gets bored, and then the person says that maybe sleep it is the better option. That's my point.
To me,
I see the reason as to why people sleep is out of boredom, because people don't understand the purpose why they are in school, and they don't know the purpose why they were created. And remember that if purpose is not realized, then life is wasted. Thank you.
That's good. That's great. That's great.
To my point that why people sleep in class or yes, they don't concentrate is that their minds are out of class. The second thing is that they are trying to master content, so they give up on the way. Thank you.
I'm Sandra from 4 North. And I think the reason why most people sleep in class is because of the warmth in class. People tend to wear 3 jumpers, 2 leg warmers, Marvin. Now you'll have a lot of warmth in class and you'll not be able to concentrate.
My name is Charlene Kimtai. I'm from 2 Alpha. And one of the reasons that you may find people sleeping in class, like students, influenced by peer pressure, like you have seen somebody sleeping, like your desk mate, yet you yourself, you see her, then you lack of interest in reading, that you may find yourself following what your desk mate or your classmate has done. And that's it. Thank you.
The reasons why most students sleep in class is the mindset. I believe everything starts in the mind, including sickness, healing, so even sleeping starts in the mind. So some students, they just know from 8 to 9 I must sleep. If I don't sleep, I will not understand anything.
Well, we want to hear from few of our teachers just to tell us what is their comments on this.
When you sleep in class, that is an indicator that you don't really know who you are. You don't know where you are. You don't know what you're supposed to be doing at such a particular time. So eventually you will waste your time. And you are also forgetting that someone is investing their money and time on you, while you yourself, you've decided to just make up your mind to sleep and to destroy your destiny. So remember, your future is all about you. What you can decide today can make you succeed or fail. So if it were me, I would say the best is I make a decision to do what I came to do and forget about sleep. I sleep during the time that has been scheduled and do the right thing when I'm in class. Let's not use the class as a sleeping place. Be blessed.
Thank you so much for that. And a question I just want to direct to Mr. Yego. Sleeping, is it a choice that students make to just sleep? Is it a choice that they make, or they find themselves sleeping without knowing?
Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Yego. Thank you for giving me this chance to say something on what you have asked. I want to say that students, you must realize in life, we have things called priorities. If you are in school, you have only one priority. That is to pass the exam. And as the students have contributed, I want to echo what one of the students said, that it is a mindset. I know you are in this school, you know the status. So everything goes with that, and it is you to decide which is the number one priority that I want to give while you are in Kapsowar Girls. Everyone looks at you as a role model, but if you choose to serve as the wrong model, then it's that choice that remains with you, not any other student. So it begins from you as an individual, and then it will scale up to the entire school. So let's commit ourselves to focusing on our priorities, and we set our priorities right. Thank you.
We also want to hear comments about generally noise making from Mr. Toroy Teach.
Now, what I want to say is that noise wastes our time. If we make noise, we are not going to have enough time to study. So I would ask all of us that noise wastes our time. And for that case, we need not to be making noise. Sawa? Yeah, we need not to be making noise. And at the same time, I think we can say this making of noise through the office of the deputy, we can come up with a very serious punishment for those who make noise. Because for sure, this noise is going to waste our time. So it is something that we can take to be a very big crime when we make noise in school. That is how I perceive, so that whenever a student makes noise, that is a student who needs to be reminded about the same. That is how I take it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that. The question of noise making and academic excellence or performance. Mr. Mbugwa, what do you say about this?
Performance is in line with concentration. The moment you employ noise, basically, as you just said in the beginning, you are going not to have proper mastery. Definitely failing at the end. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, the question of noise making, what does the school rule say about noise making, and what should actually a school do to solve this problem? Mr. Kimayo, please.
Thank you, moderator. I think basically the rules do not allow you to make noise in school. Amongst other rules that are there in what you're given always when you join school, noise making is taken as part of uncouth behavior. It's just like if you decide to scream, that's uncouth behavior. You decide to make noise in class, that is uncouth behavior. So it is not allowed and it is punishable. Thank you.
Finally, as we conclude our program, I want to request and invite our senior principal to tell us something on this. What is your message about the noise making in schools?
Thank you, moderator. I want to appreciate noise making in our school and in other schools has been a problem, and it has been identified as one of the causes diverting the concentration of students. And one interesting fact is that all students across the country or in the world are aware that making noise is a sign of an academic indiscipline because it diverts their concentration from the focus. So my take is a serious student who has set a goal, a target, and has a career should be seen to avoid any form of noise or anything that can divert their concentration from attaining their target. That is my take. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senior Principal, for that. Let's appreciate. That is good. And from our end, I will want us to, maybe Mr. Bitt, to give your final comments on this.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kiang, for this opportunity to say my last comment on the same. The reason why we are here is to see into it that we are solving the noise making in the classroom, right? We begin by addressing that to that individual. So as a person, as a student, begin analyzing yourself by exactly you've been telling us exactly that what needs to be done so that we eradicate completely the noise making in a class. You have all the answers. I was just wondering, if we have all those answers with us, why are we not implementing those solutions? Why are we still making noise? Now, I realize that we still have that problem. Even in the process of discussing the problem and looking into it and trying to find the solutions, we still have some of us, some of the students, talking and making noise. The school should always, at any given moment, be silent as it is at this moment. And I want you to listen to the sweet voice of silence. Listen to the sweet voice of what? Just let us take a moment and listen to that sweet voice of silence. If we can have that sweet noise of silence or sweet sound of silence in the entire week, in the entire month, in the entire term, what will prevent all the students from Kapsowar, Moi, to pass their exams? Kuna kitu tawazuia? Yes. What will prevent you from the growth in terms of inner peace and being creative, because the environment for you to do that has been established just for you today and for you tomorrow and for your future. So I want all of us today, from this moment onwards, until for the Form 4 sit for your exams, until you finish your high school education, priority number one and commandment number one is that always listen and be silent to understand. Are we together? Yes! I want even the people who are passing by to hear that there is something happening in this school. Are we together? Yes! That's low. Come on, you still have some energy and supper is ready. Are we together? Yes! Now, that for the people who think that we are joking, it is a covenant that we are making today. History is written. The history is going down today that Moi Kapsowar girls will begin embracing the sweet voice of silence. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bet, and everyone else for participating in this program. And my final comments is that I want us to understand that there is no student who will make miracles in an exam room or who will perform miracles in an exam room. There are no miracles that are performed during an exam. Miracles are performed while you are studying in class. We say success begins from the classroom. Magic happens in the classroom. And when you want to succeed, you need to begin studying. You need to begin focusing. You have to be serious. I want you to understand that those who are busy making noise and sleeping in class are busy doing three things. Number one, they are busy planning to fail. While they are sleeping, while they are making noise during prep, number one, they are busy planning to fail. Number two, they are busy wasting their school fees. They are busy wasting their school fees. Number three, they are busy planning to regret in future. Because at the end of school, they will regret why they did not use the time they had in school well. And so, I want us to understand that for us to do well, we need to maximize our time. We cannot maximize our time by making noise or sleeping in class. Everyone who is wise must understand what we call the Pareto principle, the 20-80% rule, which states that 20% of whatever you do produces 80% of your results, and should not be the other way around. You should understand 80% of the reasons why you are in school, and you will never make noise. Ask yourself, Did I come to school to eat? In school, we do so many things. There is eating, there is sleeping, there is playing, there is studying, there is moving from one place to another. Among the 5 or the 4 listed, which one is the main reason why we're in school? Are we in school because we have come to eat? Because we can eat from home? Are we in school because we have come to play? Because we can play from home? Are we in school because we can sleep? Did we come to school to sleep? Because we can sleep right from home. Are we in school because we have come to study and master content? Because we cannot do that at home. That is the way to go. And so, I want us to focus on that. From today, our school is a silent school. No one is going to make noise, and we are going to give the prefects, the student council members, easy time not to follow anyone around. And our teachers will be happy. And we are going to take our school to the promised land and become the national school that it is.